Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we enter the domain of eternity, because Iris has just received her rework, and this one is not small. Iris has always been known for her ability to burn souls with pure damage that ignores armor and shields, but she was often fragile, easy to control, and too dependent on perfect timing. Now, that is no longer the case. Her first skill, Soul Burning, remains the same in its damage pattern, but a single detail changes everything. Heroes killed by Soul Burning can no longer be resurrected. No Astaroth? No Morrigan? No last-second comeback. When Iris takes your soul, it's over. And that means every mistake against Iris costs permanently. Then her second ability, Otherworldly Creature, which reduces the enemy's magic defense. This one has been strengthened. The reduction is bigger, and it scales harder. Iris is now capable of tearing down the enemy's magical protection so deeply that every mage next to her becomes a threat. When Iris marks a target, that target becomes vulnerable to your entire magic team. But the true transformation is Mysterious Pact. Before, Iris resisted some control and built stacks slowly. Now she gains real immunity to all debuffs. Silence, blind, stun, charm, slow, none of it stops her anymore. Every time someone tries to shut her down, every attempt to control or limit her only feeds her power. Each resisted debuff gives her inner fire, and that inner fire now gives even more magic attack per stack. The longer the battle goes, the stronger Iris becomes. The more she is targeted, the more dangerous she becomes. And inner fire itself has been improved. The scaling is higher. The ramp up is faster. Iris begins the battle as a threat, but she ends the battle as an executioner. If a fight lasts too long against her, she simply overwhelms the enemy with pure, unstoppable magical pressure. So what does this mean, Guardians? Iris no longer fits into the category of situational mage. She has become a hero that defines the battlefield. She denies resurrection, she destroys magic defenses, she grows stronger through being attacked, and she does not stop casting because debuffs don't affect her anymore. She has become a win condition. If she survives long enough, the battle naturally turns in her favor. And now, Guardians, we move into the real transformation, the Relic. Because Iris without her Relic is already strong. But Iris with her Relic becomes something else entirely. She stops being just a mage. She becomes pressure. She becomes inevitability. The first upgrade, Soul Agony, unlocks the moment you reach Relic level 1. Every few seconds, Iris targets the nearest enemy, and shuts down their first skill. Not stun? Not silence. She simply tells them, you don't get to play? Tanks that need their threat skill, supports that need protection, damage dealers that need their opener, they all lose tempo. And in hero wars, tempo is everything. If your frontline cannot open, if your healer cannot react, if your control cannot trigger, your entire formation collapses. And Iris does this passively. Automatically. Without needing to cast or survive to late game. It starts immediately. Then at Relic level 10, her magic defense reduction gets extended. That means when she tears open the defenses of the enemy hero, that vulnerability lasts longer. She creates a hole, a weakness, and she holds that weakness open. Your entire magic squad benefits from it. Zesha, Somna, Polaris, Folio, Celeste, Aidan, they all get clearer shots, harder damage, higher conversion. Iris doesn't just deal damage, she amplifies the damage of everyone beside her. That alone already pushes her into meta territory. But the real explosion begins at Relic level 20. Inner Fire's stack limit increases. Before, she could reach a few stacks. Now she can climb, build, and scale into late fight power. Every stack increases her damage by a massive amount, and now she can carry many more. The longer she is alive, the more unstoppable she becomes. If the enemy tries to control her, they only feed her. If they try to pressure her, they only intensify her flame. She turns aggression against the opponent, she uses their attacks to grow. And then, Guardians? Relic level 30. Curse of Weakness. This is where Iris becomes unfair. Every time she hits with her basic attacks, and every time soul burning triggers, all debuffs on the target are extended. Not applied. Extended. Stuns last longer. Armor reduction lasts longer. Burn lasts longer. Silence lasts longer. Drowsiness lasts longer. Anything your team puts on the enemy stays longer and stacks harder. This means Iris turns any control-based or damage over time team into a nightmare. Satori keeps Fox marks longer. Zesha burns longer. Somna's sleep suffocates longer. Folio's lightning echoes deeper. Cornelius' punishment becomes guaranteed. Even Polaris' control becomes more punishing. Iris becomes the hero that holds the enemy down, suffocates them, and refuses to let them recover. This is no longer a supporting mage. This is a battlefield dominator. A hero who decides the pace, the pressure, and the advantage. With these relics, Iris stops being a pick. And becomes a problem. She is not just strong, she is a beast. So Guardians, that's Iris. Not just a rework. Not just a buff. A complete transformation into one of the most dangerous pressure heroes we've seen in a long time. If you choose to build her with purpose. Surround her with magic synergy, give her time to grow in battle, and you will feel exactly what true control looks like in Hero Wars Alliance. And if you meet her on the opposite side of the field, don't blink. Don't hesitate. Don't ignore her. Because Iris is now the kind of hero who punishes hesitation. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. It's your support that keeps this community alive, united, and strong. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.